Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Fireside Pokemon. I am one of your hosts, Anthony, joined by my good friend, Darren, in the Midwest. Darren, what's going on?
Hello. This is a fascinating new endeavor that we have tried.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Agreed. So we've talked for a little while about this. I mean, if you listen to our other show, Fireside Magic, we've plugged for a long time that big things are coming.
And so are we.
This is one of those big things. It's something you and I have talked about for a little bit. It's also a bit of a fever dream project in its own way.
Yes.
But both of those things culminating in what should be a pretty fun endeavor. So Fireside Pokemon, if you're familiar with Fireside Magic, Fireside Magic is a show about the card game Magic the Gathering. This is a show about Pokemon, but not the trading card game explicitly. We might talk about it here and there.
Sometimes it'll be about the trading
Sometimes.
card
I mean, I'm a pretty avid card collector. Darren actually plays the game. Like, there will be stuff to talk about when it comes to the cards for sure. But for the most part, almost entirely, this is going to focus on the video games that we all know and love. And for even pigeonholing it a little bit more, it's going to focus on what I'm deeming the DS, the first DS era and before. Kind of going to keep the focus on Gen 5 and before. I would say it's both of our strong suits, but it's really, I guess, just mine. Darren's, your strong suit's what, Gens 1 to 3?
Yeah, staggeringly, we're both two men in our 30s, so we have not had nearly as much experience with the newer generations. I never had a Nintendo DS growing up, so I exclusively know generations 1 through 3 from like firsthand experience.
Sure.
And then I've gained like, I guess, secondary experience from the combination of just like ROM hacks and info picked up from the trading card game. So like I've never played any generation 4 forward except for Sword and Shield.
I have played all of them multiple times, every single game.
Brag.
Yeah. I have access to every generation through official means. So there's games I'm missing here and there, but I have access to every single generation. So I've played them all. I have my things I like, things I dislike about all the games. Actually love Gen 9 a lot. I mean, you mentioned like maybe we don't have amazing knowledge of the new gens. Gen 9 is a blast. Scarlet and Violet is really good, especially on the Switch 2 where the graphics look fine. Honestly, night and day, man. Night and day. It's just like baffling to go from Switch 1 to Switch 2 with Violet and be like, oh my god, like this game renders.
Imagine looking at things.
I would say that most of my favorite games are hidden within the first 5 gens, but special shouts to actually like all the 3 newest ones, Legends, Arceus, NZA, and Scarlet and Violet are very, 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 very good games. So, but again, the focus is going to be Gens 1 to 5. I think they're a Pokemon I know the best. And also the era I like the most.
There's also just like a lot there in that region.
For sure.
That both you didn't get on your first pass, like just playing the games naturally, and that people don't really know or think about today.
Yeah. I was finding new things in Crystal as of like a year ago.
Yeah.
That I didn't know. And like that's a pretty wonderful thing to experience at this game that you've played since you were 5. Like you can still find like some hidden gems that you didn't know about. But I think the plan for right now is for this to be a monthly venture to have some fun talking about Pokemon, something very close to Darren and I were almost always going through a playthrough, going through a run. This should be pretty fun. It's going to be pretty different from Magic 2 in that we're not going to really be like current events-y kind of stuff. Although I guess half of Fireside Magic is a lot of history stuff. It's going to be more of like the history aspect, talking about things in like a broader term as opposed to like a micro term, trying to figure out what cards go in what deck or whatever. You know, this is more a little more broad.
It's also going to be significantly less complaining than you might be used to from us two specifically.
That is so accurate.
Because we only have good things to say about the Pokemon franchise. Because what could you possibly say poorly towards them?
By the way, as I'm looking at Darren's screen, he has a giant Torchic behind.
Yes, I do. I have a Torchic stuffy as well as all of the cast forms on a shelf behind me.
Oh, that's so cool. I have a Bulbasaur, Venusaur, and Chikorita on a shelf over there. The Chikorita was the pre-order exclusive for Legends ZA. If you bought it through the Pokemon Company, they sent you a random plush of one of the starters.
Oh,
and I said, whatever plush I get is going to be that's going to be what I choose. And I got Chikorita, and I was like, okay, let's use Chikorita.
Well, hey, speaking of Pokemon.
Speaking of starter Pokemon. So we went through a couple ideas on what the first episode of the show should be, and we kind of landed on the most obvious thing. We are going to talk about what are actually called first partner Pokemon. That's the official term. They changed that, I want to say, around Gen 7. You may know them better as starter Pokemon. When you walk into the professor's lab to start your Pokemon game, you are given one of these. Darren,
yes.
Before we start, including the new 3 revealed for Gen 10,
okay.
How many of the 32 possible starter Pokemon can you name?
Oh, Christ. Okay. All right, let's do this.
In a reasonable amount of time.
Okay. I will try for less than 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle.
3.
2. Chikorita, Totodile, Cyndaquil.
I'll interrupt and say I'm getting you a little bit here with 32. You're technically missing 2 Gen 1 starters.
Oh, okay. You're fishing for Pikachu and Eevee there.
I am. So you got that.
And I will retort with Meowth and Clefairy were also supposed to be starters.
Fine, but they weren't. Pikachu and Eevee are.
All right, back on.
You're at 8.
3.
Let's do. Yeah.
3 is Hoenn, Trico, Mudkip, Torchic.
Yep, you're at 11.
And now we
hit the roadblock.
All right. I do have their sprites pulled up in front of me. I know that's Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup.
Yes.
5. Whew. Snivy.
Yep.
Oshawott. And the pig is called Tepig.
Yes.
Because he's a pig.
Yes. 17.
6. Okay.
Yep.
I know that is Chestnut.
That's the final.
Chespin.
Yeah.
Chespin's the first one. Okay.
Yep.
Froakie.
Yes.
And Delphox. Fennekin.
Fennekin. Yeah, you got it. You're 20.
Okay. What is this? 7 now?
Yeah.
Okay. There's an owl. I know that's Rowlet.
That is Rowlet. Great. Yes, Rowlet's the best.
There's a fire cat. Is that Litten?
It is 22.
Okay. And then my boy the Pope, Poplio.
Yes, 23. Can you get the other 9?
Okay, I will certainly not get the last 6 even a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe I will. I have played this grass starter in a deck before.
Okay.
What is this? Monkey with drums. Yeah. Grookey.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Score Bunny.
Yep.
Is that the first one?
Yes.
Sick. And then I used the water starter on my playthrough of this. I don't know his name at all. I completely abandoned it as soon as it evolved because I didn't like how it looked.
That's fair. I don't really like Inteleon either.
So pass.
Okay. You're passing on Sobble.
Sobble, sure. All right. That doesn't sound like a Pokemon, but that's fine. That sounds like a fruit. I know that this is Sprigatito.
Yes.
The fire one, the apple crocodile is
the best of this generation.
Fuecoco.
That is correct.
And then Quaxley.
Yeah, you got it.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
You know the new 3.
No, I don't know the new 3.
So you only missed Sobble. That's pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you only missed Sobble. The new 3 are Brout, Pombon, and Gekwa.
Brout. Is this bird's name?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's great.
Incredible.
I like Brout a lot.
That's
probably gonna pick
great.
Probably gonna pick Brout when
100%. 100%.
Everyone's on Pombon. I'm like, look at this bird.
This dude's got eyebrows.
Well done. Good job. All right. So
I didn't think I would get that.
Yeah, you did really well. Let's dive into first partner Pokemon. So, like I said, when you walk into the professor's lab to start whatever game you may be playing, whether it be Pokemon Red or Pokemon Winds and Waves when it comes out, or even Legends Arceus and ZA, those, you still get the starter from the professor. You are given the choice of 3 Pokemon. They are always one of the following types: fire, water, and grass. They make a type triangle. In that grass is good against water is good against fire, and fire is good against grass. So there's always a super effective advantage going around the full circle. you select one of them. There are only 2 first stage starters that have 2 types. All of the other ones are monotype except for 2, which is crazy. That's a thing we stumbled upon last week when we were kind of demoing this show. That there's only 2 that have 2 types to start off, and one of them changes types on its final evolution. The only 2 with dual types are Bulbasaur and Rowlet. Bulbasaur, Grass Poison, Rowlet, Grass Flying. Turns into Grass Ghost when it hits Decidueye.
I get tripped up by that all the time.
Yeah.
Because I think that my Mudkip is ground type, and it's just not.
It's not.
No. So, like, if I haven't trained it up towards, like, Watson, I just get owned.
Yeah, and I think that it gets ground starting with Marshtomp.
Marshtomp is ground type, yes.
So that is something to keep in mind. A lot of them do get 2 types, some of them don't, and it is kind of willy-nilly on when they do and when they don't. So type variations include, look at Gen 1, for example, the 3 everyone is probably most familiar with, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Charmander obviously turns into Charizard, ends up Fire Flying. Venusaur keeps its poison type throughout the whole line. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, all poison. Squirtle just stays water the whole time. It's the only one that doesn't get a second type. And honestly, it would have made sense in Gen 2 for them to give it Steel type. I think that would have been interesting, except it would have kind of cut the, I guess, grass super effective off, so maybe that's why they didn't.
It also makes the fire typing neutral, right?
That is true. I guess it would have really messed up the type trio, but in a vacuum, I think Steel would have made sense for Blastoise. But I guess practically, like, it would kind of just throw the whole triangle out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. Gen 2, they're all monotype. Typhlosion, Meganium, and Feraligatr. Gen 3, we're back to 1 single type, Sceptile, whereas Swampert is Grass Ground and Blaziken's Fire Fighting. Gen 4, they're all dual type. Gen 5, 2 of the 3 are monotype. It's only Emboar that gets Fighting. And then 6, they're all dual type. 7, they're all dual type. 8, they're all monotype again. And then 9, they're all dual type. As in terms of like where they end up.
Well, is there ever a point in like where we switch from the like design of this thing dictates its typing to its placement within the 3 dictates its typing?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Off the top of my head, I think no.
Because like there's no I wouldn't think that there's a particular reason that Piplup's final evolution, Empoleon, is Steel type by design, but I think it works within their triangle, right?
That's fair.
Because
I think the idea is that it's got a giant trident on its face.
I mean, sure, but like it doesn't look particularly steel. Like it could just be a penguin that could just be like flesh.
True.
So like I think that there was definitely some consideration.
That's probably right.
Of its placement within the 3 as opposed to just the design of the guy.
Fair. God, Empoleon's cool. Yeah, so there's really no rhyme or reason to, especially in the first 5 generations, how many are single type, how many are dual type. They kind of just do it willy-nilly, seemingly. And we don't get all dual type until Gen 6. There's always one that's left. Oh, no, Gen 4. Never mind, Gen 4. Gen 4 is the first all dual type.
Isn't that like a reverse triangle? Too? Third, second? No, ground and fighting are both.
Empoleon just gets...
It just gets shafted. Okay.
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
Yeah, because ground and fighting are both good against steel.
Yeah,
okay,
and actually, that part's tough. But Empoleon does get Ice Beam to mess Torterra up. The other thing, so there's multiple layers to how to pick your first partner, because it kind of varies on how you want your playthrough to go. So in Gen 1, famously, maybe some people don't know this, I actually just kind of learned this myself, is that the starters were designed to be an easy, medium, and hard.
Yes.
So Bulbasaur being the easy mode because it was good against the first 2 gyms, which were rock and water. Grass being good against rock and water. Squirtle being medium because it was good against the first gym, neutral against the second, and bad against third and fourth, actually. People forget. And then Charmander is supposed to be the hard path where rock beats fire, water beats fire, and you don't get a positive type matchup until Gym 4 when you get to Erica and the grass type gym. So it kind of was like an experience of you get the payoff of Charizard.
But you got to work for it, yeah.
The coolest one, but you got to work for it. They did fix that in Gen 3 when they gave Charmander Metal Claw to help beat Brock. Which, like, justified because in Gen 1, Brock didn't have any rock moves.
Yes.
So the type matchup mattered slightly less.
Also, both of his dudes are just like bad special wise.
Terrible special.
So you could just Ember your way through there.
Yeah, you can Ember your way out. I think they didn't really understand full complexity of type matchups in Gen 1.
Certainly not. No way. What a lot of people don't realize about Gen 1 and like early Gen Pokemon is that this is the first of the format. So
Yes.
Pokemon was the one to discover all of the intricacies that every other game that has spawned off of it has just known inherently.
Correct.
So, and when you're making a game like that, you just don't get you don't get it all instantly. Even the best game designers in the world have tremendous oversights in a lot of what, in hindsight, is very obvious design.
Yeah, it is. Gen 1 is unpolished.
Gen 1's very special.
Yeah, it is
in every sense of the word.
Yeah, it is unpolished. We'll call it that. One of the things I find most interesting about first partners is, so I guess the cool thing with starters, right, is the whole point of them is you get them, they're a little guy,
mm-hmm.
and then as your journey continues, they turn from little guy into big guy, right? Like that's the whole.
Yeah, they do like the cutie to beast thing.
Cutie, awkward teenager, beast.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be like a reflection of your adventure with them. Like when you first start, you are also bad at the game.
Yep.
And you're not very strong. But by the time you beat the game, you are good at it.
Yeah.
And so is your guy.
Yeah. And they do end up really, really strong. All of them have a base stat total in the range of 525 to 535. I guess I should note, this is going to get kind of in the weeds too. Maybe some people don't pay attention to base stat totals, but we do. Yeah, the range of typically 525 to 534, I think, is the highest BST among all of the starters. I think that's held by Charizard and Typhlosion. There might be a couple others, but I know that those two have 534. I think the lowest is 525. If not, it's like 520, which all BST is a combination of all 6 of their stats: HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Kind of gives you an encapsulation of how good a Pokemon is in one blanket number. I do think that BSTs can sometimes be deceiving in terms of if you have a special attacker with lower BST just because its attack is terrible, then doesn't really matter. But Butterfree actually kind of suffers from this a little bit, where it's BST is 385 or something, but its attack is just abysmal, and you're just not using that anyway, right? Where it's Butterfree probably balances out to a solid 430 BST average, in that range.
Yeah, it's just not always reflective of the actual strength of the guy.
Yeah. It gives you a nice little encapsulation. And for the starters, it actually does, because the 530-ish is actually usually evenly distributed for the most part. They're usually pretty good at everything. There's obviously some variation across them, but they are typically pretty well-rounded. I think the biggest example of one that has a dump stat is actually Emboar. Yeah, Emboar has defense and special defense of 65.
Ooh, that is quite low.
I think it's among the lowest of all starter stats.
Wow.
It is bad, but it makes up for it by being a tank, or a cannon, I should say. Oh, its speed is also 65.
Yeah, these are usually very balanced, right?
Yes, Emboar is not. Emboar has 110 HP, 123 attack, 100 attack, and then 65 for the other 3 stats. So it is, I think, the most all-in distribution of all the starters. For example, if you look at Venusaur. Venusaur has a stat layout of 525 on the low end, but 80 HP, 82 attack, 83 defense, 100 attack, special attack, and 100 special defense, 80 speed. That is pretty just even across the board. That is a good Pokemon that can kind of play however you need it to. It can tank some hits. It can attack both ways respectively. Obviously focuses on special attack. It's not even that slow, despite looking just like a giant, it's a frog. Blastoise, as another example, 79 HP, 83 attack, 100 defense, 85 special, 105 special defense, 78 speed, for a total of 530 base stats. So, again, all three of the Gen 1s have pretty even distribution, with Charizard getting a little bit of an edge just from having a little bit of a stat buff. And that goes into the easy, medium, hard thing, though, right? Like, you start off with the type disadvantages and then end in a place where your base stat totals are a little bit higher than the other two, right? So, kind of makes sense design-wise. Charizard balanced across the board, too. Lowest stats are 78 in HP and defense. Special attack is where it shines, also pretty fast. This is pretty much the same across the board, like I said, except for Emboar as the one outlier that I can really think of in terms of just kind of a weird distribution of totals. It's actually a lot of weird stuff with the Gen 5 crew, because Superior is weird because, like, its attacks are really low. Like, it's 75 HP, 75 attack, 75 special, but it has 113 speed.
So you're supposed to use it as like a status inducer?
Yeah, kind of. I guess that's kind of what they were going for. It's pretty bulky. Like, defenses are pretty high. Yeah, it's strange how they went that route and kind of dumped the attack. Because even Samurott kind of dumped defense a little bit. Like, Samurott's only 70 special defense and speed.
I mean, that's pretty typical of grass types, like, in general, though, right?
True.
They're more defensive leaning.
True.
And, like, aiming for the long game.
True. That's fair. Just kind of interesting to see it reflected on a starter. Also, I think I found the lowest base stat of all the starters. I believe it is Torterra's speed.
It's got to be like 35, right?
56.
Okay.
That's low.
That's quite low.
It is a giant land turtle. But again, all of them do have the little bit of a trade-off. I mean, it'd be boring if they were just literally evenly distributed, right? Because then you're just picking based on type. But if you have the consideration of, like, if you're going into a playthrough and you kind of have a team in mind, and you're like, okay, like, I'm starting with a physical sweeper in Charizard, right? Or that's a special sweeper. So, like, do I want a special sweeper in Charizard? Do I want, like, a defensive tank in Blastoise? Or do I want just kind of the most well-rounded of the three in Venusaur? A legitimate consideration, depending on how you view the rest of your team. If you're going to go with an Alakazam, then maybe you want to go Blastoise, right? To give yourself a little bit of a mix-up here. Which is kind of a cool aspect of picking, too. If you have a team planned out, I guess that is so. But yeah, mostly even across the board, like I said. And 520, again, really, really good. You hit semi-pseudo legendary status at 550, I think. And pseudo
legendary status is crazy.
I think it's the most interesting thing about starters is it's like building a D&D character, right? If you use like point buy, where you get the same total array, but you can customize it so efficiently while keeping it within the same range. It's kind of fascinating to me how well they do that every gen, and how like starters do have like obvious weaknesses. Like, all of them have something that's like they're not great here, or they're good at everything without the upside of a Charizard or
without
Emboar.
being like amazing
right
anywhere. Yeah.
The other thing with starters is the physical special split in Gen 4, where they so famously, well, I guess this is twofold, right? Because Gen 1 special stats are combined. So you have the same special attack and defense. It's all lumped into one stat. One of the biggest changes Gen 2 makes is separating those two things. So physical and special become their own, special attack and special defense become their own separate stats. There are a lot of Pokemon hurt by this. But there's also a lot of Pokemon that are helped by this. The starters are no different here, obviously. It's all...
Yeah, they maintain a well-roundedness.
Yes.
Like, even post, right?
Yes. Well, still allowing for more room for variation, actually. What I'm talking about with the physical special split is in Gen... So, famously, the first three gens, all moves of a single type were either physical or special. So, like, Surf and Waterfall was special no matter what, even though...
Yeah, one is clearly, like, a ranged move, and then one is making contact with the opponent.
I think the best example of this is Thunder Punch is special and Hyper Beam is physical.
Yeah. Yes.
Those are the two best examples to explain what I'm trying to say. In Gen 4, they changed that. Each move had individually assigned physical or special. So Fire Punch became physical, Hyper Beam became special. This made Pokemon like Feraligatr usable. Feraligatr in Gen 2 has a stat array of 105 attack and 79 special attack. All water moves are special. You're actively hurting your Feraligatr by making it use water moves.
Yes.
Whereas in Gen 4, you can teach it Waterfall. That is a physical move. That's good. You like that. Feraligatr was a big-time winner from the physical special split. Loser, Sceptile. Because Sceptile is a predominant special attacker, and its signature move, Leaf Blade, becomes physical.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not
best.
what you want. So that's a lot of like in the weed stuff about first partners. And again, like everyone has one that they like associate. Like, do you know who the first starter for your first game was?
Well, yeah, Squirtle.
You picked Squirtle first?
I did.
I was my first ever Pokemon game was actually Ruby. And my first starter was a Sceptile that I still have.
That's wild.
Because I never deleted my save file as a kid, and you can transfer from Gen 3 to now. So I have in my Pokemon home, just on my phone,
22-year-old Sceptile.
Yeah, here's Lizard Lord in all caps.
Wow, that is a level 100 Sceptile.
Yeah, from when I was 8 years old. My first ever Pokemon run. So the Sceptile means a lot to me, and if this set of ones and zeros ever gets erased, I will cry real tears.
Oh, I believe it.
We'll fully cry real tears. So I want to talk about actual levels of evolution, because do you know what level all the starters evolve?
36 plus or minus 4.
You are mostly correct.
I know it changes quite a bit in at least the games that I paid attention to.
Yeah. Crocodile evolves at level 30.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, Totodile evolves at 18 and Crocodile evolves at 30.
Wow. I know that Cyndaquil evolves early, and then it's like the opposite. It's like 14 and 36.
14 and 36, yeah. Chikorita is 16 and 32. Kind of the middle ground. 30.
I feel like 16 and 36 is like the expected, right?
Yes, that is the number, and I think it might be true in like every other gen. Other than Gen 2. They just decided to go... Oh no, Venusaur is 32, isn't it? Yeah, Venusaur is 32, at least in Leaf Green.
I think the only one. Those are the same as the first gen.
That's the only one. Yeah, that is the same. So yeah, Venusaur gets the 32 evolution. I guess that's the easy mode factor, right?
Yeah, that aligns with the easy mode.
In my head as a kid, I think it's because I only really played Gen 3 a lot, especially Ruby. Like, I had the Ruby save file I never deleted, and then Sapphire that I played and like did start over. And I think because I really only played those games as a kid, I just assumed that they were all 16 and 36 because all of them in that game are. That like when I went back to play Gen 2 and my Crocodile evolved at level 30, I was like, what's happening here?
Well, I mean, you don't know that that's incorrect until you do it, right? That goes back to this is a pioneering franchise.
Yes, true. That is true. Torterra is actually 18 and 32. I guess I'm just wrong. 30's crazy. That should just not evolve at 30. That's just insane.
We do a little vibes-based evolution on, on this platform.
Maybe that was their concession to Crocodile having terrible special attack. It's just like, it doesn't have any good moves. Just let it evolve, I guess. That's fine. Who cares? The other evolution I want to talk about is a little more esoteric, I guess, in that we hit a point kind of starting in Gen 6 where the starter Pokemon specifically went from like small creature to medium creature to big creature. That's definitely the case for the first 4 gens. It is small creature, medium creature, large creature. Did I say 4? I meant 5. It's the case for the first 5 gens. Gen 6, we get to small little thing, middle thing, and then like D&D class monster. We have Rogue Frog, we have Wizard Fox, and we have Barbarian
Chestnut
Hedgehog?
Squirrel?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Whatever Chespin is. Gen 7, we get to Archer, Luchador, and Singer.
Circus.
Right.
Circus performer.
Yeah. Gen 8, we get to soccer player, secret agent with a gun, and drummer.
Yeah.
And then 9, we get to singer, stage actor, masquerade actor, and dancer. Yes, Skeledirge is a singer, if you didn't know.
Is that the fire one?
That's the crocodile. It
has
a microphone.
Oh, all right. I need to look this up.
Yeah, you do. It's the best of the Gen 9 starters, like by far. Skeledirge is actually like probably my top 10 favorite starters ever, honestly. Skeledirge is awesome. Cool typing, fire ghost. But yeah, it uses a microphone.
Where's the microphone?
It only uses it when it has the
the middle one's got a lovely little sombrero on.
Yeah, the middle one does have a sombrero. So Skeledirge has a little firebird that lives on its head.
Yeah.
Or in its mouth, maybe. And I think that turns into the microphone.
Oh.
It does.
I mean, it learns roar and hyper voice, which
it's
aligns with Singer.
Its signature move is Torch Song.
Okay.
That's like the special move it gets. Yeah, we do hit a point where starters just to start to get signature moves too.
Get jobs.
Jobs and signature moves. They get both. The jobs
signature moves in 3, right? Blaze Kick, Muddy Water, and Leaf Blade?
Yeah. Does Whiscash learn Muddy Water?
Yeah. Those are shared with one other thing.
Okay.
That something else learns Blaze Kick, Whiscash learns Muddy Water, and then something else learns Leaf Blade. Maybe Tropius?
Nope. It is just Grovyle and Sceptile.
Something eventually learns Leaf Blade that isn't.
Yeah, I mean, multiple things get to learn Leaf Blade. One of my 5 favorite Pokemon ever, Go-Goat, learns Leaf Blade. Oh, the Shiftry line. Wait, only Nuzleaf? What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Stone Evolution. Right. Yeah. Nuzleaf does get it. It doesn't get it in Gen 3, but it does eventually get it. Yeah, I guess like that does kind of start in
Wooper, Whiscash learn Muddy Water.
Well, wait, but then it goes away in Gen 4, right? I don't think the Gen 4 Pokemon get...
Nothing else learns Blaze Kick except Hitmonlee.
Okay. Oh, I guess like the Leaf Storm, that trio of moves, maybe.
The Gen 1s also get something in
Fire Red
the remix, right?
Blast Burn, Frenzy Plant, and Hydro Cannon.
Yeah.
Become the signature moves for those 3. Which that is very cool. That was a special move tutor on the Sevi Islands. You could only teach them those moves. I don't think those moves are that good.
They're not. I don't like any move that only has 5 power points.
Yeah, and also I think it's a Hyper Beam thing.
Yeah.
Where
it's a typed Hyper Beam, yeah.
Yeah. Which like awesome idea, honestly. I really like the idea. It's pretty.
It's sick if you're 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you're 9, you're like, yeah, Blast Burn. Now it's like, I just flamethrower twice, and from a Charizard, that flamethrower is probably just killing anything anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna use a 5 PP move, you can just use Fire Blast for Charizard specifically. That doesn't really help the other 2. Like Surf is just the best water move, so just use Surf. You know.
Oh, we gotta have an episode on Surf. I got things to say about that move.
I'm down. But yeah, anyway, back to animals with jobs. I don't like it.
I mean, okay, so there are how many Pokemon? 1,000?
Like 1,100 almost, yeah.
At some point you run out of just animal that's on fire.
I guess. Do they need like distinct? I actually like the D&D classes from Gen 6. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. The more like regular guy jobs, not as great.
Gen 7 starts to be the cutoff, or the final stages don't really look like Pokemon. Well, Decidueye looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Marina actually looks like a Pokemon. I guess it's
Incineroar is a Pokemon.
Incineroar is a Anthropomorphic cat.
It looks more like a Pokemon than Machamp.
Fine. Yeah, Machamp is weird. That's fair. Gen 7, or Gen 8, I mean Sword and Shield, like none of those are good. That's the worst generation of starters to me, almost by far.
I didn't care for them.
I don't like them at all. Okay. The first stages are all fine. I have no issues with them. I actually love Reboot. I think Reboot is a fantastic middle stage. I think Reboot is one of my 5 favorite starter middle stages.
That is fully just a child.
But he's wearing like a little hoodie thing.
Literally wearing a hoodie and pants.
Yeah, but he's
like a headband.
He's a cool design. And it still looks like a Pokemon, honestly. I think it does. Cinderace, I am not... I'm not into Cinderace.
Yeah, Cinderace appeals to a certain type of people that I am not.
Yeah, correct. Reboot still walks the line to me of like, this is a Pokemon. Well, it kind of gets us into my next thing here. We're talking about our favorites and least favorites. Or actually, let's do gimmicks first, because I gotta go to bat for my Gen 4 crew here. So by gimmicks, I mean in later games, if you get like a Mega Evolution, an alternate form, Dynamax form, really anything. So like Gen 1, Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur all get Mega Evolutions. All 3 of them get Dynamax forms, or Gigantamax forms, I guess I want to say. And like that's all well and good. They all got plenty of love. It took a long time, but the Gen 2 crew all got there. Typhlosion has Hisuian Typhlosion from Legends Arceus, adds a ghost type. I like Hisuian Typhlosion a lot. It's a little controversial. Some people don't like it. When it has the flames out, I think it looks awesome. Hisuian Typhlosion, super cool. Meganium and Feraligatr got Mega Evolutions in Legends EA. Admittedly better than an alternate form, but still something. Mega Meganium, I think, is really cool. A perfect capstone for that line, because Meganium always felt kind of incomplete to me, and the whole flower ring up its neck I think is really cool. For Alligator's Mega, I don't really love it, but I get what they went for. Fine. Also, all got different typings. Meganium gets Fairy type when it Megas, and Feraligatr gets Dragon. Gen 3 crew all got Megas in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Mega Blaziken, Mega Swampert, Mega Sceptile. Gen 4, they just exist.
They don't have anything?
No.
Oh, well.
Infernape is still Infernape, and Empoleon is still Empoleon, and Torterra is just Torterra. Gen 5, 2 of them have something. Oshawott was a starter in the Legends Arceus and has a branch evolution, Hisuian Samurott, better than regular Samurott, adds Dark type, pretty cool. And then Tepig was a starter in Legends EA and has Mega Embor, and Mega Embor is awesome. I think Mega Embor is really cool. And then Serperior's just hanging out.
I mean, you can definitely tell which ones are like the fan favorites, right?
Sure. The Gen 4 crew is awesome, though. Where's the love for my Gen 4 crew? Gen 6, they all get Megas. For Greninja, Chestnut, and Delphox all get Megas in ZA. They literally get their own Megas.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be something that comes with time. Like, have we gotten Gen 4 remakes yet?
Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They were the worst remakes.
Okay. Oh, well.
Because they didn't add anything. Like, Fire Red, Leaf Green added, like, the Sevi Islands. And, you know, I guess some other stuff. Sevi Islands is, like, the big thing. It's a lot of extra content. Heart Gold, Soul Silver are the best games in the franchise.
At some point, their time will come.
Yeah. And Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, like, adds the Megas and all that stuff. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl actually really enhanced the Underground, which is awesome, but that doesn't help the starters. Yeah, man. Gen 4 crew, where are we at? Like, even if you go to Gen 7, Rowlet gets a branch evolution. It gets Hisuian Decidueye, because it's one of the starters in that game. So people think that since the only starters that haven't been used in a Legends game yet, of the first, Snivy hasn't been used, and then Poplio and Litten Cat have not been used. So people think that'll be a trio in the next Legends game. Because those
from the same, and then...
Yeah, it's what they did with ZA. They used Totodile and Chikorita.
Oh, all right.
So, a little weird, but possible. And maybe then they'll get some love, and then Gen 4 still just...
is there.
Maybe they're just perfect as they are. Honestly, like, that does kind of...
right?
They're awesome, dude. They're actually awesome. Gen 4 is the last gen where I pretty unanimously just love all of them. Like, I don't love Infernape. It's my least favorite of the three.
Okay.
It's good. Infernape's good. I have no problem with Infernape, but Torterra and Empoleon are awesome. Torterra is usually what I end up going with when I play Platinum. I think Torterra is just sick.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the design of Torterra.
Yeah. Empoleon, dope penguin. I don't really need much else. It's cool. Infernape's a cool monkey. I'm just not like a big fan of monkeys. I don't know. That brings us to what are your favorite starters? Like if you had to pick one from each gen.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do every gen, I guess. So
yeah, go for it.
Oh, what's my 2? That's hard, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so, I'm just going to fire them off.
The secret here is that the first 4 gens, there's not a bad one.
That's fair.
And then it gets harder after. Okay, how about you give me... Okay, how about this? You give me base form and final form. Because it can be different answers.
I don't think I can give you final form on a lot of these. I just don't know them.
All right, do gen... No, you name... Well, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
You can give me first and final until you're not comfortable, and then you can give me first.
Okay. So we'll just do first. Sure. First. Squirtle, Totodile, Mudkip, Turtwig. I like the idea of Oshawott.
Yes.
Froakie, Rowlet, Pass, Sprigatito.
Man, they're not good. You went almost all water. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like the fire type, just as a type.
Fine. It's not actually that useful of a type.
No, it's quite bad, actually. Every game needs a water type.
True.
And the designs of every water type is just so much better than every other design.
The water type is almost my favorite in none of them, actually, which is funny. So if I'm going in order, my answer for Gen 1 has changed in the last 10 years. I used to be the normie Charmander fanboy, Charizard fanboy. Venusaur gang rise up. Venusaur, sick.
Interesting. Okay.
Bulbasaur is my favorite Gen 1 starter. Venusaur is my favorite final. I love Charizard still. But I've come to just really, really, especially Bulbasaur. I guess I love Bulbasaur. So if we're going first, Bulbasaur, Cyndaquil, Trico, Turtwig. I love Piplup, but Turtwig, I like you. Actually, no, I like Tepig. Tepig's the one starter from that gen I like.
Okay.
Froakie easy, Rowlet easy. Those two, like, not.
Of course, yeah.
No contest. No contest. No disrespect to the other ones, because I do like Chespin's fine. Fennekin's
Chestnut is sweet.
Chestnut's cool. I guess I actually kind of disrespect Gen 6 when I say that all the starters after Gen 5 start to run into some problems. The Gen 6 starters are good. I respect all of them. So I should walk back and say that the Gen 6 crew needs a little bit of love. They kind of get lumped into all the other ones. Froakie all the way. Rowlet all the way. Litten's cute. Popplio's fine. Rowlet. Sobble.
You're allowed to pass.
I don't know, Sobble's
You can say Wooloo.
Sobble's cute. Yeah, Wooloo. Sobble's fine. And then Fuecoco easy. Fuecoco is awesome.
Okay.
Finals?
What about middles, actually?
I'm down for middles. I was wondering if you'd want to do this. I'm down for middles.
I am very split between Wartortle and Ivysaur.
Yeah,
I think that they're both sick.
Both great.
Quilava, no contest.
Yep. No, dude, wait. I'll fight you. Bayleaf's great.
I don't care for Bayleaf.
Bayleaf's
it's strong. I think it's the strongest of the 3.
Maybe that's right.
Middles. Like, comparatively as where it sits in the game.
The giant leaf on its head is cool.
I mean, yeah, but like...
Fine.
Maybe my opinion of it is tainted by how bland Meganium is.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the complaint with that line, is that like you have Bayleaf, which is awesome, and then Meganium just feels incomplete.
Yeah.
How much better would Meganium be with like a spine down its back?
Ooh.
Right?
Or anything else at all?
Yeah. Anything else at all. Or like a bunch of flowers on its neck like they did with the Mega. The Mega's cool. Have you looked at the Mega?
Yes, I have.
It's cool.
That card was very good. Mega Meganium.
Gen 3 has an easy middle stage answer. It's no contest.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just Marshtomp.
That's absolutely incorrect.
Well, you like Trico. I do not.
Have you seen Grovyle? Grovyle's so cool. Did you play the Mystery Dungeon games?
Yes.
You don't like Grovyle?
Grovyle is arrogant, and I don't care for that.
Arrogant.
What is Chimchar's middle evolution? I actually don't know that.
The Gen 4 middles are not amazing.
Monferno, Empoleon,
It's
and
Prinplup.
Grottle.
Yeah. The Gen 4 middles are not.
Pass.
Yeah, that's totally valid. First stage is all great. Third stage is all great. The middles are...
Those aren't stellar.
No.
I don't know any of the 5.
Top 5 middle stage among all starters among that crew, in my opinion. Duat is sick.
Duat is good, actually. Yeah.
It's got it uses shells as blades. Duat's so cool.
Yeah, no, he's solid. You're gonna not like this, but Quilladin.
You just want to like kick him.
He's got so much charisma.
he tries.
And then I don't know any of anything beyond that.
It's Brion, Torracat, and Dartrix.
You could say anything, and I would go along with it.
Yeah, we don't have to do middles for the rest of the generations.
I like the name Thwacky.
Thwacky's a good name. Thwacky's a very good name, actually. That's a good point.
That's probably the best of that trio as well.
I think Rillaboom is my favorite of those finals, but like, what is that really
it's not a hard contest.
Yeah. What is that really saying? The Gen 9 middles are also like, Crocolore is just weird. He looks like just a big egghead with a sombrero.
I like the sombrero.
The sombrero's a good design. I don't like the rest of his head. But that's the bird hatching. That's the point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, my middles, I'll go... I'm the same. I don't love Squirtle or Blastoise, but I do really like Wartortle.
I think Wartortle is the best design of the 3.
Agreed. But I will still go Ivysaur. Wartortle's good, though. Quilava, slightly edging out Bayleaf. Grovyle, no contest. Gen 4 ones, I think I'll pass to. Gen 5, Duat, no questions asked. Gen 6, Frogadier, if only because that name is great.
Sure.
7, I'll pass. 8, pass. 9, pass. Finals.
Crazy. Anyway, that's why our show is going to focus on the first 5 gens.
All right, finals. This is where real decisions lie, I feel like.
Finals, yes, okay. Blastoise.
Okay.
For Alligator.
Tough. It's a hard choice. The first 4 are all tough.
Blaziken.
Okay.
I don't care for Swampert.
Okay.
Torterra. Pretty easy. Emboar.
Emboar is actually cool.
Emboar is sick.
Yeah, Emboar, I'm with you. Loses something being lumped in with the other 2.
Yeah.
Where it's like Serperior's just kind of bland, and then Samurot's just kind of a letdown from Duat, but like Emboar is sick.
I don't like going from 2 legs to 4. I think you should go from 4 legs to 2.
Agreed.
Greninja was my main in Smash for a long time.
Greninja's awesome.
So
Greninja's like
Greninja
is up there with Charizard for like just most popular Pokemon in general.
Yeah. Between Incineroar and Decidueye. That's tough. Probably Incineroar, honestly.
I don't want Incineroar.
Rillaboom. And then I don't know any of the 9.
Meowscarada. Quaquaval.
I don't like Meowscarada, I know that.
Okay. Quaquaval is the dancer duck.
Terrible name, so I guess we'll go with the fire one.
That's Skeledirge.
Sure.
Skeledirge is a cool name, right?
Yeah, why not?
My finals, I probably still have to go Charizard over Venusaur, but I do love Venusaur. Typhlosion easy, Sceptile easy, Torterra Close. Embor easy. Greninja easy. Decidueye easy. Rillaboom and Skeledirge easy. Okay, can I rant for a second?
We have been. Continue.
I think I just need different eyes on Rillaboom.
Okay.
What does that mean? I don't like its eyes.
Oh, like the design of the eyes needs to change.
I think if it had a different eye design, I would like it a lot more. Because the rest of it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing on like the actual design of the guy that I don't like is the hair in front of the face.
That's fair.
I really don't like having an auxiliary thing that comes out of a mystery ass pocket.
What?
So like the drum isn't part of the Pokemon.
Sure.
It's just something that it carries around and it literally pulls it out of its ass.
That's fair. That's very reasonable.
I don't like when that happens in cartoons. You need to show me where you are carrying the thing. In D&D, I have my backpack, which is full of my garbage.
Right. All right. I have one last question in pertaining to starters. It'll kind of transition to one of the segments we'll do on the show. How often do you still use your starter in a playthrough?
Okay, I try not to unless I'm doing like a type challenge and it fits. Because I don't think that they are interesting to play with on the like 20th time.
Agreed.
I think they're too strong overall and they don't provide a challenge. And at present, I do playthroughs for a challenge.
Agreed. I only really use them. I'll use them I can't even say I'll use them in every Nuzlocke I do because I did a Nuzlocke of Pokemon White and the first thing I did was put Tepig in the box. Because I was like, I don't know. Again, like, even though I haven't used those starters as much, like, it's the concept of using it in general. Like you said, it gives you too easy of a mode. The only time I use them is, I don't know, like, it's kind of vibes based. Or sometimes I'll just be doing a run where I'm like, I want to use Typhlosion this time or whatever.
Yeah, and like I it's not a rule that I don't use it. It's just that I would rather not, especially in like the mid game. Yeah, because I think that they outclass everything else. Pretty much badges like 3 and 6.
Like middle stage stats, I'll use the Gen 2 crew as an example. Like Quilava has a base stat total of 405. That is like...
That's better than a lot of final stage Pokemon.
That is on par with like a lot of the Pokemon that like don't evolve at all.
Yeah.
Or some finals. Like that is higher than like, this isn't going to sound like a lot. It's higher than like Butterfree. Like Wigglytuff is 425.
That's okay.
So Quilava is like on par with a Wigglytuff. Give or take. A little bit. Wigglytuff is slightly better.
Like Sudowoodo 410.
But yeah, it's in the range of like the unevolved Pokemon or like, even some like 2-stage finals like Wigglytuff. Where it is just like, and that is this is going to sound crazy. It's kind of like the least amount of time you're using the Pokemon.
What does that mean?
Like, you're using the middle stage starter what feels like the least to me. It actually might be... is that wrong? That might actually be the most.
Mathematically, that is incorrect. You only get starters up to 11 levels, and you get middle stages around 20.
That's fair. And your finals end up like 50. I guess it is statistically the most. Vibes-wise, feels like the least to me. I feel like the mid part of the Pokemon game is the fastest.
Through those levels,
Yeah. Vibes-wise, it's the least. My favorite part of a playthrough is the beginning. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I do enjoy starting.
Yeah, just because like it feels new, it's fresh. It's the most challenging part of any game, quite frankly.
Yeah. Finding the challenges is like the best part.
Yes.
It's significantly better than overcoming them.
Yes, for sure. I don't know. I'm partial to like that. But yeah, I which is maybe why I don't like using the starters a lot, is because like I do like the early game challenge. It's part of my favorite part, and the starters do just make that easier. Yeah, I'm at the point where I use them if I'm just doing like, I don't know, this playthrough is just using stuff I like, or type playthrough like you said, or other like challenge run, I guess. But a lot of times I'll just end up skipping them. Like you said, because I've used them a lot. And I'm more likely to skip them if it's like Gen 2 where I've used them a bunch. So but for this we'll kind of transitions into our next thing. For this Nuzlocke of Soul Silver, I literally just started. I am currently going to use the Chikorita. We'll see where it goes. Meganium is... I actually don't have a Meganium I've used in Pokemon Home. No. I have 2. Sorry. I haven't used one since 2022. It's the last Meganium I used. So it's been several years since I've used Meganium. So I think it'll be kind of cool to get back on that. Whereas I've used Typhlosion, I can't even...
Oh, surely countless times.
I can't even tell you how many times I've used Typho. Most fun playthrough I've done recently is I just decided to run through Crystal. This is even that recently. It's like a year ago, I think. I decided to run through Crystal with what ended up just being the most cracked team of all time. It was Typhlosion, Ursaring, Donphan, Lantern, something else, and Dragonite.
Oh yeah, no, you told us about this.
That
you said you had to like put it down because the team was too.
No. That was my Leaf Green Nuzlocke. The Leaf Green Nuzlocke was too good. That Crystal playthrough was some of the most fun I've ever had.
Sure.
Like to go like usually, I like the challenge because I hadn't done like a fun run in a little while to just be like, oh, this team is just insane. Like this team is just crazy. Let me find what the other thing on that team was. Crobat. Yeah, so it's Typhlosion, Lantern, Ursaring, Crobat, Donphan, and Dragonite. That team was gross. It was so good. So that'll bring us to one of our last segments here, which is maybe name it playthrough updates is what we're calling it. Basically, Darren and I are always playing a Pokemon game.
Yes.
For the most part. So this segment will always have content. So Darren, what is your current run? What are you doing?
Yeah, I just got off of a Pokemon Crystal Legacy All Fire types, and that destroyed me with how hard it was. That was a 30-hour run. So I decided to do something a little more chill, and I'm actually doing my first Nuzlocke ever.
Nice.
Of Pokemon Red. And my graveyard is already stocked, let me tell you. It's harder than I thought it would be. Rock Tunnel is so unforgiving.
Dude, that place is a nightmare.
So my current team is a Voltorb, a Ivysaur, Dugtrio, Golbat, Arbok, and Pidgeotto.
Okay. Not a lot of type variety.
I am hitting all poison. I have hit every poison type that I can.
You have a Nidoran that died.
Nidoran died. Beedrill died.
Starter?
Ivysaur still alive.
Oh, still alive. Okay. Oh, poison type.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what gym? Where are you at?
I just entered. I just got out of Rock Tunnel, so I have unlocked most of the map. I'm trying to figure out what my Celadon encounter is going to be, whether it's going to be one of the Game Corner guys or Eevee. And I think I'm going to keep it for when my party's a little more fleshed out.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, keep that in the bank because you might end up wanting Abra? Is that one of them? Maybe that's not one of them.
The choices are Abra, the Eevees, Porygon, Scyther, Dratini, or Mr. Mime. Because you can turn the Abra into a Mr. Mime via trade.
True. Scyther maybe the best there?
Scyther doesn't learn bug moves.
True, but it does learn Slash, right?
Yeah, which I guess always crits.
Yeah.
But then I would need to buy a bunch of carbos to give it speed.
Fair.
So I am thinking just maybe like Vaporeon, because I don't have a water type yet, and none of the water types are really appealing to me unless I can get a Staryu somewhere.
That's fair. It does learn Surf.
It does learn Surf. I hate Surf so much.
It's fair. Best move ever. Okay, well, good luck. I hope nothing else dies. Do you use my modified rule or no?
There are no revives until Silphco, I think.
It's the first
so there's nothing like until late middle game.
Damn.
I probably am going to do the thing where if there's something that is fainted in my party, I'll use it. But if I've like left the dungeon where it has died, or if I've boxed it already, it's just gone.
That's fair. I think that's the right way to do it. I always want to do a Nuzlocke where I don't use that rule, and then something dies in the most bullshit way imaginable, and I'm like,
yeah.
I have to. I also give myself one garbage reset per Nuzlocke.
Okay, sure.
Where it's like just something dumb. I just started Soul Silver, like I said, I picked Chikorita. If Clefairy rolls Metronome, Guillotine, and hits, I'm gonna restart the game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. I'm not losing something to Metronome, Guillotine. I'm just not.
What about like if you're just like grossly underprepared for the gym leader or whatever?
Oh, I don't do.
Or is it only on random?
It's like, only typically on random nonsense.
Okay, so if you wipe to your own underpreparedness, that's just it.
If it's my own hubris, it's my own hubris.
Sure.
In the white Nuzlocke, I kind of did one where I was like, I know this is going to go badly, but I want to see how badly, so I did it just as like a test run.
Okay.
But that felt different. I was like, I know I'm doing this going in. Like I'm gonna reset kind of either way. I just wanted to see like what I'm dealing with, I guess. That feels maybe not with the spirit of a Nuzlocke, but that's not quite the same thing. But yeah, it's typically like a, random mistimed crit or like, yeah, the Metronome Guillotine is like the most extreme example, but like,
right. Even just like a high roll like flamethrower super effective off of a metronome or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm just gonna be like, no, that didn't happen.
I've caught myself saving before all the big fights, and I'm like, I don't think I should be doing this.
No, I do it too. And I have a rule too. Now it's kind of a rule that I don't go into the playthrough with, but it's happened in every single one I've done, where my Nuzlocke ends the second I get to the champion.
Okay.
Because I justify this with the champion fight is supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
And the point of the Nuzlocke is to be hard. And if I feel adequately challenged by a champion, I will just try to just beat the game at that point. Like I don't continue.
So like the Nuzlocke end, but the playthrough doesn't.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Like I'll give myself 15 tries to fight Cynthia on set mode because she's fucking impossible. Like that's like, I don't know how anyone. Dude, I've never gotten my ass kicked like fighting Getsis at the end of White.
Okay.
He is ruthless. Like, I don't know how anyone ever completes a Nuzlocke of that game while keeping level cap. Like, that fight is, I think, actually like harder than Cynthia. You've never done either of those. You got to play. You got to play both of those games once, just to experience both of those fights. Yeah, Cynthia in particular, like you have to fight Cynthia. It's like a rite of passage.
Okay.
Like
she's got what, a Garchomp, a Roserade.
Yeah, it's Spiritomb, Garchomp.
Spiritomb.
Yeah, Togekiss.
Okay.
And Milotic.
Oh, that's quite the team.
It is dumb.
That's just like a strong team. That's not even like.
It is
You can't
dumb.
cheese that at all. With
No, there's no cheese to be had. She leads with something with no weakness. The only free kill is the Rose Raid. Okay. You can kill the Rose. You can kill the Rose Raid. That's really not a problem. But yeah, anyway, my rule is that the fight ends at the Nuzlocke ends at the champion, and as soon as I get there, I can just I just want to beat the game at that point. Sure. Like if I'm adequately challenged, where I have to do like 5 resets, then like the point of the Nuzlocke is still happening. Like the spirit of the Nuzlocke still exists because I'm challenged.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like it's hard. So anyway. I think that is going to bring us to the end of this first episode of Fireside Pokemon.
Yeah,
fun time. We'll iron out some kinks, I think, and do a little bit more with it going forward. But this is going to be, I feel like, the vibe of the show, kind of every time, for the most part.
Yeah, we're basically trying to just mix like nostalgia and education.
Yeah, I think which is
where ideal Pokemon content exists.
I think so as well. We have a bunch of cool topics. I think this is actually like our most basic topic. I think everything after this is a little more adventurous.
Yeah.
And I actually think will be a little more fun. Because there'll be more nuance to it than just talking about all these Pokemon that everyone's familiar with. I'm excited to see where the show goes. Like I said, every month expect an upload. So should be a lot of fun. If you do like this show or the other show, you can subscribe to us on Patreon. We've promised big things. This show is one of them. There will be more coming. We also, by the time this comes out, will have our own Discord server. You can join that. Finally. It will be called
Fireside. It will just be called Fireside. And that is the name of the Discord.
And you will be able to find us there, talk about the shows, interact with us directly. Should be a lot of fun. More consistent line of communication to us. We'll take episode ideas if you have them for this show. I guess we have a good amount lined up, but if you have any suggestions, we'll listen to them, or feedback on this show or Fireside Magic or anything else. We'll be talking about there. If you want just live updates on Darren's and my playthrough, we can be doing that too. And you can give us live updates on yours.
If you'd like to complain with us, that is also going to be the best place to do it.
Absolutely,
because we do love a good complaint.
We do love a good complaint. So, with that, everyone, we will see everyone next time. Smell you later.
Oh, I'm not sure about that one. No, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I like it.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
The worst outro ever.